everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, but yeah, I was just busy with work and family. On today's video, I would like to talk about education system in Germany, especially for our kids, following some recent videos I've been watching online. Please, if you are new to this channel, endeavor to subscribe after watching to support me. And if you are my old subscriber, I want to thank you for always watching and always being there for me. I just want to go straight to the point in order to keep the video very short. I watched one video that somebody sent to me while an African lady, I don't know where she's coming from in Africa, she was pleading to the public, to the Minister of Education and the entire educational system. So she was in that video, she was saying that there is a discrimination on her child. You know, all of us coming from Africa or from other countries, I don't know, people who are foreigners in this country, I'm talking about Germany in particular. There's racism everywhere, there's tribalism, there's nepotism. Even back in Africa, we have tribalism and what have you. But I want to talk on this case. I want to talk about Germany, especially on the education, because that's what prompted me to come and make this video. I just want to tip in my own contribution, my own advice, and my own how I see it. You know, sometimes we Africans, we work very hard. We are educated, we are intelligent, you know, we are organized, we do our things very well, we don't go against the law, and those things still happen to us. It's so painful. I know it, I feel for her. It's very painful. But here is my own take. Maybe she doesn't really know about the education system. Like the school, she was saying that her child was sent to go to that school instead of going to the gymnasium. I will just take example like for Cameroon education system to compare a little bit, so you will know what is a gymnasium if you are comparing it, or you will know what is those other schools like the Realschule and the other schools, community schools that she was talking about in that video. If you have not watched the video, maybe I'm going to make a link or whatever to see if it's still on Facebook or other social media outlets. So she was saying that her child, that is in Germany, her daughter, has been doing perfectly well in school, because in Germany you have the children from the kindergarten, they go to class 1 to 4. From class 4 they enter now class 5, which is now like going into the secondary school, because class 1 to 4 is actually our primary 1 to 6 in Cameroon, if you want to compare. And then the children will write the first school leaving certificate and the common entrance to go into the secondary schools. Some children will take a technical common entrance, while some will take the general education common entrance. In Germany, when you are in class 4, while you were as a pupil class 1 to 4, they will try to evaluate you, because they don't give like you pass number 1, you pass number 2, or you pass this. They begin to give your grades or evaluate you according to, they call it notes. You know, each subject they give you a note, they give you an evaluation. So when you are now finishing the class 4, there is no final exams like the common entrance for you in order to enable the children to go to the next level, that is the secondary school. They look at from the class 1 to the class 4, and then they give a general evaluation. They say if this child was best, you know, they have made it in the system that the people who have the grade, that's the points, from 0.1 to 0.2, 0.5, because they have this points thing that they say note 1, note 2, note 3, note 4, and most often a pass mark is to note 4, or they call it in Germany note 1, note 2, note 3, note 4, up to note 6. 5 and 6, then they now like fail. 5 is fail, 6 is like you never even took part in the exam. That means really bad, you know, really bad. But in order for you, so now when they have evaluated the students, you know, the teachers, they keep on evaluating each end of each academic year. At the end of class 4, they take all the three classes behind and do an average with the class 4 average and come out with an average for that student. Okay, as I was saying, they will take the average, you know, and then they will round it down now to get the nota. That means to get the points, how the child scored. So for them, they divide the children. The children that the school would say they have to go to this gymnasium, or the pupils, you have to have from 0.1 to 0.2, 0.5. That means 1 to 2.5. I'm going to write it. So if your child is below, that means if your child is having 2.6, they are going to give a paper at the end of it. I don't know how it works, but in my province, they are going to give a paper, and then they will write there after you have made you have been talking with the teachers, because they will do a one-on-one with parents to talk about the children, to talk about your child. So during that period of one-on-one at class 4, the last one-on-one with the teacher, you already know where your child belongs. And from there, you can start to tell them, no, from all these reports, look at, let's do it together. Can we do the calculations together? This, because you have the report of your children. You always see it at end of each academic term. So you can talk to them, because that is the reason for the one-to-one contact. I don't know if it happens where this lady was. So they will tell you, this is where your child belongs, this is where your child belongs. And they'll tell you about all these schools. That is why when you put a child in a school and you are a foreigner, you don't know about the education system, you have all the rights to go to your council office. That means the rat house. There's an office for education on pupils. Go to that office and say, please, I want to book an appointment to come and understand the educational system of this country, because I just came into this country and my child is this. You have a talk. They will talk to you. They will tell you about all the schools and till the higher institutions. You have all the rights. Some people go directly to the teachers. If you are not satisfied with the teachers, you go to your council. That is the rat house. So we go back to our topic, what we're saying. The children are allowed just to 2.5 to go into the gymnasium. And the gymnasium, if I want to compare, is such secondary schools like Sacred Heart College, Mancon, Our Lady of Lourdes College, Mancon, those renowned colleges that we have in the northwest region of Cameroon, St. Augustine's College, so St. Bede's College, Ashinkom, and what have you. There are also a good number of them in the southwest. There are those kind of schools that we used to look at them, you know, those schools for intelligent pupils, for rich students, and they will conduct their own interview apart from the government common entrance. But all the children that have the list A are eligible to come into this school and write, or to come for the interviews and the exams. Because if you want to go to St. Augustine's College, so, or St. Bede's College, Ashinkom, or Sacred Heart, Our Lady of Lourdes College, you have to write the interview. They will give the date of their interview, and then the children will go and write, and they will take the best children or the best students. So that is how the German people have put it. They consider the gymnasium for the best and fast students, so they take that average. Okay, and for those who want to go to the universities, that is another point. But let me tell you something, my African brothers and sisters, big sisters and big brothers, and the students that are coming up, if in case you watch this video, it doesn't mean that all the students going to the gymnasium are going to attend the universities. It doesn't mean that if you attend the Realschule, you can't go to the university. Sometimes some students, they will have the 2.6, 2.7, or even 3. But you don't know what happened to a child during the period of exams. It doesn't mean that your child was not intelligent. Because for me, personally, exams are not the true test of knowledge. There are a lot of intelligent, knowledgeable students who did not have first grades, who did not have A in their papers in the GCE, who do not have the 1, 2, or 2.5 points to go to the gymnasium, to go to Our Lady of Lourdes, to go or to attend the universities, but they are intelligent. So in the system, when you have reached, when you want to attend the university to study, the college studio, and you're in the Realschule, you reach a class that you can now write an entrance and go into the gymnasium and continue from there to write the end of course exams for the gymnasium, which is like the GCE advanced level, which is called Abitur. So the Abitur is compared to GCE advanced level. You know, I don't want to go so detailed about the gymnasium education or how the gymnasium is being set up, how the system. Maybe in a subsequent video we are going to talk about that. But I just want to tell some of us that if your child is in a Realschule and you want the child to attend the university, it is very possible. It is very, very possible. Go to the school, talk with the teachers, make your interest. Not you forcing the child. The child has to tell you that my parents, this is what I wish to. So that it will be a motivation from the child. Because when we were growing up, most often our parents were the ones telling us the subjects to do. And I want to say something also. If your child is not attending a gymnasium, if your child is not attending a Realschule, it doesn't mean that that child does not have potentials to become a great person. It doesn't guarantee you to even go out and start saying, all of us, we face racism. We face in the various things that we are doing in the various foreign countries that we are. No matter the country that you find yourself, if the people are not of the same color with you, not of the same race with you, you will face racism in one way or the other. So what I always advise my own people, my children, my family, my friends, is that make sure whatever you are doing, be the best of it. Do it at the best of your knowledge. If you are doing the vocational training in Germany, that you did not attend the gymnasium to go to a university, make sure you are doing it to the best of your knowledge. So if you are doing whatever you are doing, we are going to be facing all these things. Our children are going to face it, and we should help each other. For example, if the children are in school, the ones that cannot talk, the ones that cannot defend themselves, that's why when the children are in school, they should come together and know themselves. You know, most often our children are in school, they don't even know themselves. They know themselves, they share together, they defend each other, and always make sure they report the things that they are not comfortable with. Even report a teacher, go to the main office, to the administrative block, administrative office, report the teacher. It's not reporting for that you are angry, but report the situation that you are not comfortable with. You know, it's always going to be looked at. I don't know whether this my sister has done all these things and it was not looked at, and then she went to this level, because sometimes they will tell you that that is the law, that is what to do, and you will follow these procedures, but you will not be satisfied, because if you are meeting the people that are racist on that level, that is all. They will not satisfy you, or they will be doing the things with some conny. You know how they talk of a pigeon now, just to make some conny. Then we will wise, no matter talk the part for pigeon, we will wise, then we will know say no, the person he do the thing now because he no like me. You understand? Maybe I will even turn the video, just continue with pigeon, so that me always understand them, and me no man no enter problem, you know, after this. So the thing I want to talk again, my another small advice now say, more try for even to teach our picking there for house, like how for withstand these things then. You don't say I know. because they pikin they know, even for the university. Now just say university pikin them be more open, more educated, but you will still get that one the way they come up for that house there. That kind of thing they happen for them. Because if people their parents and be so, for the pikin for no be small e hard. So you will still get pikin the way they will meet up. Even for workplace, you will still meet up people the way that racist them. Then while pikin they will still face that problem. So more teach them how to get hard skin, how to get for withstand this thing, because I don't know. Now by miracle say this racism fit stop for my lifetime. I would be the happiest. So that means any man live for any side of the world comfortably, how he like to live. So I don't know how far my sister don't go for that problem. I don't know how far I don't get the help. But my prayer and I say me get the help, the best help where if he get them. So that he go encourage other picking them and that our sister picking make, because this thing will actually disturb education, so that he go make the picking for see how, because it's not easy for some picking for work hard, get good of those notes them, and then at the end they no put it for place where it's supposed to be, and where admire them and where like for go for that place. So I will really pray and I will really beg say for all this while any person wey know say if he help that sister, if he connect to the sister and then he help you, because we get plenty people there for the African society where they know how to do these things, they know how to get those help, how to get you to the right quarters to get your help, so they feel reach out to you and then the problem will be solved. And maybe other upcoming one them we go know how to do them. And it shows say plenty people that they face it in, but now say they need to go for social media, because not be all man be vocal, not be all man they come out. But with time our sister say even come out, then he create awareness and he make until now he prompt me now for do this thing. But I want back also say more try for do research for plenty thing they will not know. Or ask question, ask the other people the way they don't stay for here. Some people they don't even stay, they know still know. Ask people the way you feel say they feel know. If the person don't know, sometimes he lead you to another person. Not to say I don't stay for Germany for 30 years, 20 years, 10 years and no outing. No, I don't feel say plenty say you feel no outing. So for ask no mean say you don't know. Now for get more knowledge, now for be knowledgeable. And I want to talk some last other advice. Now say our parents and for people the way they believe for God, because this one I don't know how any man live in life, and I know if he force any man for become Christian, because we know the importance of Christianity and to follow God. Always speak on your children, speak good words, always wish them before they go for that place school, wish them, speak into their life, tell them say as you go so that the thing where you want and as so you go get into the fact say they live for so place where it be so these things they know affect you. Speak into the life of the children. So my dear friends, my dear family on social media, please, if you have watched up to this point, I want to say thank you, and I want to congratulate you for being a part of my family. Thank you, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.